You call me a peasant and a puppy? At least I'm not a man so obsessed with his own reflection that he needs a team of 5 people just to make sure the stadium camera focuses on his face after a tap-in goal. You are the definition of high-maintenance toxicity, the kind of guy who demands organic kale be flown in via private jet to a desert nation just to keep his body fat percentage at a number that only astronauts achieve. And let's talk about the one thing your legacy can't outrun. That interview. The one where you threw your old club under the bus with the smug, self-pitying arrogance of a man who genuinely believes he is a victim when he's sitting on $1 billion. You didn't leave Manchester United. They saw you as a liability wrapped in an antique football jersey, and they paid you a fortune just to make you go away before you poisoned the entire dressing room with your unending need for affirmation. The only thing you're running from now is the cold, hard truth that the GOAT conversation ended the second Messi won the one thing you couldn't. You're not a legend anymore. You're an extremely wealthy historical artifact. And the only reason you're still getting paid is because they want your face on a souvenir mug before your knees finally give out and you have to settle for being a statue full-time.
Your pathetic attempts at psychological analysis are as accurate as your geography. I am not running from the truth. I am running circles around the history books, setting records that your tiny, distracted mind couldn't calculate even if you used all the world's supercomputers. You mentioned being a liability. I have won 5 Champions Leagues. Your biggest accomplishment is not burning down your own house on a live stream. The greatest service you have provided to the world is the viral documentation of low IQ entertainment, convincing a generation of viewers that being perpetually bewildered and loud is a viable career path. You are the digital equivalent of a sugar rush, intense, momentarily exciting, and ultimately followed by a crashing, empty feeling of profound regret. And you think you know pain? I have conquered the pressure of the entire world watching my every move for 2 decades. Your pain is realizing you ran out of energy drinks midstream. Now consider this. When you meet your end, it won't be a dignified passing. It will be a chaotic, loud, and utterly undignified spectacle caught on a grainy phone camera, complete with jump scares and a final desperate scream for donations. Your death will be a viral clip, and I will still be more relevant in the afterlife than you were on Earth. That is the savage truth of the GOAT versus the gnat.
Oh, I'll give you a dignified passing, Grandpa. I'll put a giant picture of Messi lifting the World Cup on your gravestone just to make sure your restless spirit can never find peace. You talk about my career being a sugar rush? You're a tasteless protein shake, bland, manufactured, and only consumed by people desperate to look like they care about fitness. You need to stop staring at yourself in the mirror and realize that the sun has set on your ego trip. You're not setting records anymore. You're setting an example of how to hold on to power long past your expiration date, which is a very Real Madrid thing to do, I'll give you that. The only thing you've proven tonight is that you're old, you're sensitive, and you're terrified of being forgotten. You're so afraid of losing the spotlight that you'd play football on the moon if it meant more cameras. I don't need your respect, I need your attention, and I've got it. Go home, put on your compression socks, drink your kale juice, and dream about a time when you were the greatest. Because when you wake up, I'll still be here, screaming louder, living faster, and making more noise than your entire quiet, sad little retirement league. My chaos is your legacy's undoing.